Okay, now let's continue our discussion to the next illustrative example. We have here another illustration which talks about no cash price. So what if the problem doesn't give cash price? Okay, for example, okay, the problem. On January 1, 2020, an entity acquired an equipment for 1 million payable in 5 equal annual installments on every December 31 of each year. It means that an equipment is worth 1 million. Observe that there is no agreed interest. Walay interest, walay stated interest, I mean stated rate. At the same time, there is no cash price which is available for the equipment. Wala na interest, wala pa dyan cash price. Okay, unsa itong buhaton. In such a case, the cost of the equipment is equal to the present value of the 200,000 annual installments. So, asa man si 200,000? 200,000 is from 1 million payable, no? 1 million worth sa equipment, tapos divided by 5 equal annual installment. So, 1 million divided by 5, which is 200,000. So, 200,000 is the cost of the equipment. In 5 years, an appropriate rate of 10%. So, asa gikan si 10%? Si 10% is the rate of 10% is assumed to be the prevailing market rate of interest. Murag si entity, nag-research siya kung pila ang rate sa market about sa note payable and nigawas nga 10% ang equivalent or 10% is the market rate bitaw or this is the effective rate sa interest. Okay? So, now, nanatay what we call effective rate. So, nanatay rate. Ang ato na lang baton is we have to calculate for cash price. Kaya wala pa may cash price. So, how do we calculate for cash price? Diba, according to the previous discussion, diba, ningon ko nga, cash price is assumed to be the present value of the note issued. So, it means nga, kung unsa ang cash price, maupod si present value. Now, the present value is, actually, present value is murag, the present value factor is na-discuss na siya sa effective interest method nasa chapter 6. Okay, unsahon pangita sa unsahon pa pangita sa present value factor. So, ato na lang ning So now let's calculate the present value. So first, let's have the present value factor. So the equation is this one, okay? This is the equation. There are two equations. This is the first one is present value. The present value of 1 equals 1 over 1 plus r raised to the power of n. So yung r is rate of period. So muna siya ang rate. Okay? Muna siya ang effective rate. And n number of periods. Kung kanus siya annual installments pila ka years. Okay? So, you have PV of 1 equals 1 over 1 plus 1 plus r raised to the power of n. And the second formula is PV of ordinary annuity of 1 equals 1 minus 1 plus r raised to the power of negative n over r. Okay? So, kanus naman mo gamit aning PV of 1 and PV of ordinary annuity of 1. Okay? So, mogamit ta ng PV of 1 if the problem states nga ang giutang note payable is isang bagsakan nga bayaran. Okay? There is a specific specific time nga bayaran tanan whole whole payment. Okay? Muna siya murag sa bonds payable pa na, it is term bond. Okay? Isa ka bagsakan or isang bayaran, di ba? Yung PV of ordinary annuity of 1, this is actually the present value equation nga imong gamiton if ang problem is in series, okay? Na installment. Pag ang bayaran sa payment is in installment basis, like every year or every year end na kay bayad. So sa atong problem, this is actually annual installment. So, ang atong i-apply nga present value equation will be present value of ordinary annuity of 1. Okay? So we have 1 minus 1 plus rate raised to the power of negative n over r. Okay? So ato siyang substitute na to ang mga given So we have 1 minus yung 1 plus pila atong rate. Atong rate is 10%. So mao ng 10% raised to the power of negative 5 kay ang n is number of periods which is 5 years. So rate over rate 10%. So if imo na siyang i-calculate, the result is 3.3790 over 1.1. Nga imo na siyang i-divide, ang gawas ana is 3.7908. So mo na siya ang imong present value factor. Dili pa na yung present value nga amount, present value factor pa na. Okay? The present value of an ordinary annuity of 1 for 5 years at 10% rate, 10% is 3.7908. Okay? Try ninyo o calculate, calculate. So, let's have the table of amortization. Okay? So, pagkahuman na to kuha sa present value factor, nga pagkahuman na to kuha sa present value factor nga 3.79908, makakuha na ta sa present value. How? By multiplying the present value factor to the annual installment nga 200,000. So, try ni mo times ning 200,000 times 3.7908. Mo na siya ang present value. Muna siya ang present value. Mugawas ni si 758,160. Okay, sa first column, so the first column, payment, ang payment nimo is 200,000. Kaya mo ba ito? Annual installment of 200,000 na. 5 ka buok. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So, muna siya mong payment, 200,000. Interest, giyon sa pagkuha si interest. The present value times 10% imong rate muna si interest 75,816. So man si siya. And then unsa na to pagkuha si principal, ang payment nimo nga 200 minus interest will be 124,184. So mo ni siya ang principal payment nimo. After that one, then nakay present value, i-deduct nimo siya sa imong mabayran nga 124,184. Mo na ni siya ang next present value for the year, for the month of December 31, 2020. And continue lang na up until ang balance is ma-zero. Okay? So, mas siya ang table of amortization. Now, let's have our journal entries. Since kay mo naman to sa mga amount nga itong i-journalize. Okay? We have our journal entries for 2020 because it is January 1, 2020 ni acquired kag equipment. Okay, pag January 1, equipment nimo is 758,160. Nganong 700, wait. Let's go back. Nganong 7,558, 758,160 man siya. Because, mo na ni siya ang imong cash price. Nakita ninyo? Wala, nangita ba ito sa cash price nga 758,160. So, man na siya ang cash price nga imong nadawat for that equipment. Ang imong note payable is 1 million jud imong bayran. So 1 million minus ang cash price nimo nga 758,160 mo na siya imong discount on note payable. Nagets? Unya pagka year end, pagka 2020, we have note payable. Of course, mambayad naman ta. Mubayad ta sa note payable nato og 200,000 and cash 200,000. Yeah, the other one is interest expense. Pila ang interest nato na incurred. So the interest is 75,816. Makita nimo sa table of amortization and then discount on note payable. Kaya ato man ang iles si discount on note payable para mugamay po na si discount on note payable every year end. Okay, so that's for no cash price, and we use the um, equation of PV of ordinary annuity of 1. Okay,